The envelope trembled in Nikola Tesla's hands. Its wax seal had long been broken, yet the weight of its contents pressed upon him like a physical force. He unfolded the letter, eyes narrowing as he deciphered the carefully worded sentences. Every word seemed to twist around hidden meanings, insinuations, and veiled betrayals.
Sir, I have some terrible news. The financiers have pulled their support, and I fear their decision is final.
Tesla's gaze hardened, his mind spinning. The familiar hum of the laboratory felt distant, almost mocking. He had known the world of science was intertwined with commerce, but the sharpness of this betrayal cut deeper than any experiment's failure.
There are rumors, whispers that the same financier has quietly been backing Edison's projects. Some claim it is a strategy to manipulate the entire industry.
Tesla's fists clenched, veins standing out on his temples. Could anyone be trusted in this tangled web of wires and whispered promises? Every handshake, every smile, seemed to conceal a dagger poised to strike. The war of currents was no longer merely a contest of science. It was a battlefield of alliances, betrayals, and ambition.
I wish there were another way, sir, but it seems every path forward is blocked by shadows.
Tesla's eyes drifted toward the unfinished towers, the coils of his machines humming with potential energy. He could feel the invisible threads tightening, pulling him deeper into a network of power and intrigue. The web of wires had already begun to tighten around him. The night was restless. Tesla sat alone among coils and wires, the dim light flickering across pages of calculations. Every note, every sketch seemed to whisper, "There is still a way, if only you dare to find it." He traced the lines of the future, a map of currents and hidden possibilities.
Sir, the board insists that we pause operations until new funding is secured. They fear another failure.
Tesla's eyes glimmered with a fire that no setback could extinguish. "Failure is merely a step," he murmured, almost to himself. Every refusal, every whisper of doubt only sharpened his resolve.
Nikola, you must rest. Your mind cannot bear this strain forever.
But rest was a luxury he could not afford. The faint glow of gas lamps reflected in the copper coils, casting shadows that danced like conspirators across the walls. Outside, rumors spread of financiers backing Edison secretly, yet Tesla plotted quietly, connecting names, faces, and whispered promises into a strategy only he could envision.
The newspapers, they write that Edison is now unstoppable. Some claim even Morgan cannot resist his charm.
Tesla leaned back, fingers steepled, mind racing through networks of influence. Every journalist's headline, every whispered tip from allies, every shadow in the boardroom, he catalogued them all. The war of currents was no longer merely about electricity. It was a chessboard of strategy, loyalty, and deceit. And Tesla intended to play, unseen, until checkmate came.
Promise me, Nikola, that you will not lose yourself in this battle. Remember who you are.
He nodded silently, but the fire in his eyes betrayed his answer. The web of wires tightened. The players were in motion, and the shadows whispered their secrets. Tesla's first move had begun. The night was restless. Tesla sat alone among coils and wires, the dim light flickering across pages of calculations. Every note, every sketch seemed to whisper, "There is still a way, if only you dare to find it." He traced the lines of the future, map of currents and hidden possibilities.
Sir, the board insists that we pause operations until new funding is secured. They fear another failure.
Tesla's eyes glimmered with a fire that no setback could extinguish. "Failure is merely a step," he murmured, almost to himself. Every refusal, every whisper of doubt only sharpened his resolve.
Nikola, you must rest. Your mind cannot bear this strain forever.
But rest was a luxury he could not afford. The faint glow of gas lamps reflected in the copper coils, casting shadows that danced like conspirators across the walls. Outside, rumors spread of financiers backing Edison secretly. Yet Tesla plotted quietly, connecting names, faces, and whispered promises into a strategy only he could envision.
The newspapers, they write that Edison is now unstoppable. Some claim even Morgan cannot resist his charm.
Tesla leaned back, fingers steepled, mind racing through networks of influence. Every journalist's headline, every whispered tip from allies, every shadow in the boardroom, he catalogued them all. The war of currents was no longer merely about electricity. It was a chessboard of strategy, loyalty, and deceit. And Tesla intended to play, unseen, until checkmate came.
Promise me, Nikola, that you will not lose yourself in this battle. Remember who you are.
He nodded silently, but the fire in his eyes betrayed his answer. The web of wires tightened, the players were in motion, and the shadows whispered their secrets. Tesla's first move had begun. The afternoon sun filtered through the tall windows of the laboratory, casting long, angular shadows across Tesla's workspace. Every coil, every wire seemed to hum with anticipation, as if the room itself sensed the approaching storm. Outside, the city whispered. Rumors of Edison's latest advancements spread like wildfire, feeding the anxieties of financiers and journalists alike.
Nikola, sir, I received word from a contact in the press. They are questioning your methods, suggesting your theories are impractical, even dangerous.
Tesla's fingers paused mid-assembly, his gaze sharp and unyielding. The hum of the machinery grew louder, almost defiant, mirroring the fire that flared within him. He had anticipated opposition, but the speed at which whispers became headlines was unsettling.
Nikola, listen to me. Not every battle is fought in the open. Sometimes the greatest victories are won before anyone notices the war has begun.
Tesla inhaled deeply, letting the words settle like a gentle current. He moved to a window, observing the bustling streets below. Every passerby, every carriage, every flicker of gaslight seemed insignificant against the invisible currents of influence and power that truly governed the city.
There's talk that Edison met with Morgan yesterday. They discussed funding, strategic partnerships. It appears they're moving against us quietly, Nikola.
A faint smile curved Tesla's lips, not of amusement, but of calculation. To anticipate the moves of others, to bend them without revealing his hand, that was the true challenge. The web of wires, both literal and metaphorical, tightened with each passing hour. And yet he welcomed the tension. It sharpened his mind, made his vision clearer.
Be cautious, Nikola. Even allies can falter under pressure. Choose your confidence wisely.
Tesla turned back to the laboratory, eyes flickering with determination. Every circuit, every spark was a promise, proof that he would not be outmaneuvered, not by rumor, not by shadowy alliances, not even by Edison himself. And as night fell, the city outside became a canvas for secrets, deception, and ambition. Tomorrow, the real battle would begin. The dawn was pale, the laboratory filled with the soft hiss of steam and the occasional spark of electricity. Tesla moved among his inventions with the precision of a conductor guiding a symphony, each coil, wire, and transformer aligned with a purpose known only to him. Outside, the city stirred, unaware that behind closed doors, the currents of power were shifting with dangerous speed.
Sir, another message arrived from Morgan's office. They insist on a detailed report of expenditures before considering further support.
Tesla's eyes narrowed, the faint glow of frustration flickering across his features. Every delay, every bureaucratic demand was a thread in the tangled web of wires that threatened to strangle his work. Yet, he welcomed the challenge. Understanding the hidden motives behind each request would give him the upper hand.
Nikola, you must rest. Your mind cannot unravel every knot alone. Let others take some of the weight.
Tesla shook his head gently, a wry smile touching his lips. The weight is necessary, he murmured. To know who moves and why, I must feel the full pressure of the currents. Financial, social, scientific. The assistant looked on, torn between admiration and fear.
There are whispers among the journalists. They suggest that Edison and Morgan have already formed a pact. Some claim it's an open secret in certain circles.
Tesla's hands paused above a transformer. Every rumor, every speculation, every whispered accusation was another wire connecting the men of power into a network he was determined to decode. He did not fear their alliances. He intended to anticipate, outmaneuver, and turn them to his advantage.
And if they strike first, Nikola, how will you protect what we've built?
Tesla turned to her, eyes alight with an intensity that bordered on obsession. "We do not wait," he said softly. "We strike with precision. The currents will reveal the truth, and those who play in shadows will find themselves entangled in their own web." Outside, a carriage rattled down the cobbled street, carrying news he was already prepared to meet.
"Sir, one of the lab engineers reports unusual fluctuations in the equipment. Could this be sabotage?"
Tesla's gaze swept the room, every coil and wire alive with silent energy. "Or opportunity," he whispered. The web of wires was tightening, not just around his enemies, but around the very fate of invention itself. Tomorrow, decisions would be made, by him, by his rivals, by forces he could not yet see. The afternoon sun slanted through the tall windows of the laboratory, casting long shadows over coils and apparatuses that hummed with hidden energy. Tesla's mind raced, each thought a wire connecting past betrayals to future possibilities. The letter from Morgan still lay open on his desk, a reminder of the duplicity that fueled this silent war.
"Sir, a reporter from the New York Times insists on an interview. He claims he has sources claiming your project is faltering."
Tesla's lips curled into a faint, knowing smile. "Let them come," he murmured. "Every story, every whisper, is a thread we can pull. It will reveal who truly supports the currents of innovation, and who seeks only to drown them." He moved to the large chalkboard, sketching circuits that seemed as much a map of alliances as of electricity.
Nikola, are you certain this path is wise? If Edison learns of our strategy.
Tesla's eyes blazed. "We must anticipate every shadow, every hand that reaches into the currents unseen. Fear is a tool, not a cage." Outside, a carriage rattled over the cobblestones, a courier bringing a message that would test the limits of Tesla's cunning.
"Sir, the message, it's from Westinghouse. He warns that Edison has accelerated his experiments, attempting a public demonstration that could sway investors."
Tesla's hand froze above a coil. The currents of public opinion were as powerful as the ones he manipulated in the lab. Every spark, every wire, every investor had become part of a grand chessboard. He leaned back, eyes narrowing, calculating his next move.
"Then we must move quickly. Your inventions deserve the spotlight, Nikola."
Tesla nodded, a storm of determination gathering within him. "We will reveal the truth in light, not rumor. Let Edison play his games. Our currents will speak louder than their whispers." And with that, he returned to his workbench, hands deftly manipulating instruments that seemed alive with the pulse of the coming battle.
"Sir, one of the lab assistants mentions that strange lights were seen near the demonstration site last night. Could it be sabotage?"
Tesla's gaze sharpened, almost piercing the room itself. "Or opportunity," he said quietly. "Every challenge, every shadow, every spark of doubt is a wire waiting to be traced. We will not falter." The hum of the lab deepened, as if echoing his resolve. Tomorrow would mark the first true move in a war of currents that no one would forget. Night had settled over Manhattan, the streets glinting with wet cobblestones from an earlier rain. Inside Tesla's laboratory, the faint glow of coils cast flickering shadows, creating the illusion that the wires themselves whispered secrets. Every corner of the room seemed alive, charged with both electricity and anticipation.
"Sir, the press is reporting rumors that your alternating current system may be unstable. They question its safety compared to Edison's direct current."
Tesla's fingers drummed lightly on the table. He did not flinch. Rather, his mind danced through calculations and scenarios, plotting each move. "Rumors," he whispered, "are merely currents waiting for direction. We shall harness them as we do electricity itself.
Nikola, the team is worried. They fear this latest leak could damage your reputation permanently.
Tesla leaned back, eyes tracing the delicate arcs of electricity jumping from one coil to another. Worry is the luxury of those who do not understand the game, he said softly. We will turn every whisper into evidence of genius. Outside, the night seemed to hold its breath, as if aware of the battles unfolding within these walls.
Sir, Westinghouse sends another message. He is concerned Edison may try to sabotage the upcoming demonstration with his own devices.
Tesla's lips curved in a faint, calculating smile. Then we shall be ready, he murmured. Each wire, each coil, each lamp in the laboratory was not just a machine but a soldier in a battle that was invisible to the public eye. He began instructing his assistants with precise, almost rhythmic motions, their hands moving in perfect synchrony with his vision.
And the financiers, Nikola. Can we trust them to support this demonstration without faltering?
Tesla's gaze hardened. Trust is not given. It is earned through proof. Tomorrow, the currents will speak louder than any promise. Every spark in the air seemed to echo the tightening web of alliances and betrayals he had begun to map.
Sir, there is another note. Anonymous. It warns that the demonstration site may be compromised.
Tesla's eyes gleamed with a mix of excitement and resolve. Good, he whispered. Every challenge is a wire to pull, every threat a current to trace. Let Edison test the shadows. Tomorrow, we reveal the power of light itself. The laboratory seemed to vibrate with anticipation, ready for the first strike in a war of innovation, secrecy, and ambition. The dawn crept slowly over Manhattan, casting long, trembling shadows across the streets. In Tesla's laboratory, the coils buzzed with anticipation, a prelude to the storm that awaited. Every wire seemed to pulse with possibility and with danger.
Sir, one of the lamps is flickering strangely. I fear the wiring may have been tampered with.
Tesla's eyes narrowed, scanning the intricate web of circuits and connections. Then it is true, he muttered, almost to himself. The currents of ambition and deceit are not bound by walls. They flow where least expected.
Nikola, the team is anxious. They worry this demonstration might fail before it even begins.
Tesla stepped closer to the flickering lamp, his hands moving with calm precision. Fear is a current, he said softly. It can disrupt the mind or it can illuminate the path. We will use it as a guide, not a cage. He began recalibrating the circuits, each motion a silent dance of genius and defiance.
Sir, there's more. A reporter from the Daily Times has been asking peculiar questions about the upcoming demonstration. No, he seems unusually persistent.
Tesla's gaze drifted toward the window, where the first golden light touched the spires of the city. Curiosity, he whispered, is the same force that drives discovery and destruction alike. Each rumor, each prying eye, only sharpens the edge of necessity. Tomorrow, all will witness the currents clash, and the truth will electrify the air.
Nikola, Westinghouse sent a messenger. He fears Edison may attempt to interfere directly at the demonstration site.
Tesla's lips curved into a faint, calculating smile. Then we must be ready for more than mere spectators, he said. Every coil, every wire, every glowing filament is our statement. Let the shadows test us. We shall illuminate the world in response. The laboratory seemed to vibrate with anticipation, each spark a drumbeat heralding the coming battle.
Sir, the anonymous warning mentioned a possible fire at the demonstration site. Precautions are advised.
Tesla's eyes gleamed with determination. Good, he whispered. Every obstacle is a wire to be tested, every danger a current to be mastered. Tomorrow, we shall not simply display electricity, we shall reveal its dominion over fear itself. Outside, the city seemed unaware of the unseen war. But within these walls, every spark had a story to tell. The night settled over Manhattan like a velvet curtain, masking the city's restless hum. In Tesla's laboratory, lamps cast long shadows across the polished floor, reflecting a web of wires that seemed to pulse with anticipation. Every spark whispered secrets of ambition, rivalry, and hidden schemes.
Sir, the technicians report anomalies in the primary coil. It's subtle, but something is off.
Tesla approached the coil, his eyes narrowing. Anomalies are merely opportunities, he murmured. In every hidden irregularity, there is a chance to discover the truth about the currents, and about those who seek to control them.
Nikola, Westinghouse insists we double the security. He fears Edison's agents may attempt direct interference.
Tesla's gaze swept over the laboratory, absorbing the tension, the murmurs of the crew, the faint scent of ozone in the air. "Let them come," he said, voice steady, though his heart thudded with anticipation. "Every attempt to disrupt will only illuminate the path we walk. Tomorrow, the currents themselves will speak."
There's word that the Daily Times plans a sensational headline. They hint at potential disaster, sir.
A wry smile flickered across Tesla's face. "The press thrives on fear, on chaos," he murmured. "Let them watch as knowledge conquers apprehension." The coils hummed louder, a symphony of power and tension, the air vibrating with possibility.
Nikola, a messenger arrived from Morgan. The letter suggests support, yet it reeks of caution. He writes of risks, of alliances, of unseen strings.
Tesla read the letter slowly, each word a twist in a labyrinth of intentions. "Support," he said quietly, "is often a guise for influence. Tomorrow, we will measure more than electricity. We will measure trust itself." The team exchanged nervous glances, understanding that the coming demonstration was more than science. It was a battlefield of hidden motives.
Sir, one last warning. There are whispers that Edison has arranged a private inspection of our equipment tonight. He may attempt sabotage before dawn.
Tesla's hands hovered over the controls, steady yet alive with anticipation. "Then we must be ready for shadows as well as light," he said. "The currents will flow, whether through fear, through intrigue, or through genius. Tomorrow the world will witness which force prevails." Outside, the city slept, unaware of the invisible war crackling in its heart. The first light of dawn crept over Manhattan, casting pale gold across the laboratory windows. Tesla stood among the coils and wires, each one a vein pulsing with potential, each spark a heartbeat of ambition. Outside, the streets were waking, oblivious to the storm of currents about to unfold inside.
Sir, the audience has arrived. Investors, press, even some of Edison's associates, all waiting for your demonstration.
Tesla's eyes glimmered with quiet intensity. "Let them witness," he whispered. Each connection, each coil, every surge of electricity was prepared with meticulous care. A dance between science and spectacle.
Nikola, Westinghouse is here, supporting every step. He believes in you, no matter the risks.
A surge of warmth crossed Tesla's chest. For a moment, the web of doubts, the entanglements of financiers, the whispered betrayals, all faded. The focus narrowed to the currents themselves, as if the universe had contracted to this singular point of creation.
Sir, a telegram just arrived. Edison claims to have improved the system, challenging your results.
Tesla's hand paused above the lever, the thrill of anticipation sharpening his senses. "Let him claim," he said, voice calm yet charged. "Science does not lie. The currents reveal truth, not pride."
Nikola, everyone is ready. The moment is yours.
He pressed the switch. Electricity surged through the coils, arcs of light dancing like living creatures. The hum grew into a roar, filling the room, a testament to human ingenuity and obsession. Cameras clicked, pens scribbled, and eyes widened at the spectacle of power controlled with precision and elegance.
It works, sir. It really works. The currents are stable, the transmission flawless.
A ripple of awe passed through the crowd. Tesla stood, eyes glinting, unshaken by the whispers of rivals or the invisible hands of financiers. In that moment, he was no longer just a man amid wires and bulbs. He was the embodiment of vision, perseverance, and the quiet triumph of truth over intrigue. Yet in the shadows, unseen, alliances were shifting, and the web of wires promised more twists, more challenges, and the next stage of an unending struggle.
Nikola, what comes next? After this, the world will watch.
He smiled faintly, a secret between genius and destiny. Next, he whispered. Next, we untangle the true currents of power, both seen and unseen. The demonstration ended, but the story, the war of currents, and the delicate threads of trust and betrayal were far from over.